Hello, everybody. It's Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern time for a live. And today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite things to talk about, which is spirit guides. So, in general, what are spirit guides? So spirit guides are spirits that can guide you, and there's several different uh, categories of those. So we're going to go through those and what makes them different from one another. Okay. So the first one being spirit, consciousness. Some people call it God. All there is. I call it spirit with a capital S, right? So that's our main guide is the universe and us that feel intuitive. I'm trying to change I put myself too close. There you go. Feel that we are intuitive. We look for those little cues, right, from the universe, that being angel numbers or synchronicities, things like that, are little cues from the universe. All there is, the great consciousness to guide us. Now, there are what they call spirit guides, specifically, who are spirits, energies that have been put by the universe into your awareness to guide you. That's their job, period. They're yours and only yours, and their job is to guide you. So these guides have been put into paired with your soul, let's say, forever. So they've been with you throughout every single reincarnation. Okay. Now, there's some guides that are specific to you, and like I said, they are with you forever. And there's some guides that kind of come in and out. Okay. There's some guides that come in for specific times in your life to help you when you become a mother or a father, when you're having a difficult time, something specific. There are specific guides, for example, for twin flames, that come and help to guide each one of the twins on their journey. I am an SRT practitioner, and SRT is spirit release therapy. And I have a guide, Anna, that is my SRT guide. So she came into my awareness when I was training for SRT, and she comes only to help me do SRT work. So I have several guides. I have a main guide that I met when I was about 7 years old. And he's been with me forever, right? So those are spirit guides. They are, like I said, spirits that are just attached to you forever. And there are spirits that kind of come and go depending on different stages of your life, different things that you're going through, or different, jobs, like SRT, being an SRT practitioner. So those are your spirit guides. Now, spirit guides in general, the universe, spirit guides, and these spirit guides, and all the others that I'm going to mention, will not interfere in your life unless we ask them to. So this is really important to remember. It's not a one-time thing, okay? You have to do this on a regular basis. Like you brush your teeth every day, or you take a shower every day. It's not something that you do once and you're done, or clean the house. Wouldn't that be nice? You clean the house one time really good and it's clean forever. Don't work like that, right? Well, so is your spirit guides. You have to ask them, you have to give them permission, because you have free will. And even though they know better, because they do, they are part of consciousness, they have a vision that we don't have. You are the boss of your life. And even though they know you should turn left, if you decide to turn right, they're going to let you go ahead. Okay? Unless there's a life and death situation and it's not your time. Because sometimes the free will of others will impact us. Okay? And then they will intervene. But other than that, they intervene only when you ask. So part of my daily ritual in the morning is saying something to the effect of, and I give you permission to intervene in my life as you see fit, because I trust them with everything. So I allow them to intervene in my life on a daily basis. And that's something that I say every day in the morning. Okay. Now, ancestors. What are ancestors? Ancestors are people that were living and now they have passed. Ancestors are people that you may or may have not known. You have ancestors from hundreds and thousands of years that you don't know, but they are in your bloodline, okay? Or in the bloodline of your culture. So they are ancestors from Puerto Rico and Puerto Rican that may not be part of my bloodline. Well, at some point they are, but they're not directly on my bloodline. And I usually use the parameter of 6 generations. So they're not in those 6 generations, but because they're part of my culture, they're become my ancestors. Okay. Like, for example, I am Puerto Rican, like I said, but I have ancestors that are indigenous from the United States. And they just told me that they were my ancestors and my guides. So I had to open myself up for that and learn about that. Okay, because that's not part of my culture. So it's very little I know about Indian Americans. So those are ancestors. For example, my grandmother, my mom's mom, I knew her very well. She was there when I was born, and I remember her throughout my life. She died when I was in my 30s. So I remember her very well. And she is one of my guides now. She gave me a lot of the abilities that I have now. She had, and I believe that she passed them on to me. So those are ancestors. Okay. When we talk about ancestors, that's what we're talking about. Now, angels and archangels. And this is a pet peeve of mine, because when people say Archangel Gabriel is my guide, well, Archangel Gabriel guides you sometimes, but calling them your guide is putting them under the umbrella of those guys that are assigned to you. No archangel is assigned to us, okay? Archangels are omnipresent, so they can be everywhere and helping everybody at the same time. They don't belong to us. Archangel Michael, I feel him. I'm very connected to him. He absolutely, hands down, no questions asked, single-handedly took my hand from the very beginning and walked me through and guided me through my awakening, hands down. And he's right here. Yes, I know. He wants me to say that he's right here because he's like that. And but he's not my guide. He guides me, but he's not my guide. He's an archangel and he helps me a lot, but he's not my guide. Okay. But you call them what you want and I'll be cool. I'll try at least. Same things with angels. There are hundreds of thousands of angels, and we can call them. We can call a lot of them to come help us, and they will. They love helping us. Um, there's some theories. Some people think that we have angels assigned to us. Maybe that'll be cool. I'm not so sure, but I'll be grateful to have them because they're beautiful energies. They're just kind of different. They have a different vibration. So I love the angels, and I absolutely love the archangels. Animals, dead or alive, can be your guides. Okay, we do have animal spirit guides that have been assigned to us, and it's really an interesting process to decipher who they are because it talks a lot about who we are as a person and about our personalities. Now, if we are open to that, we can also communicate with living animals. Animals are incredibly sensitive and know a whole lot about us and have a way to love us that is so much greater than we do, that we understand. I, for example, have a dog, and I'm not a dog person, but this dog can talk to me so clearly. I can understand him so clearly. I just look at him and I know exactly what he's trying to tell me. So that has been an interesting process for me because I'm a cat person and I've had cats all my life and I've always been communicating with cats and that's normal to me. And the fact that I was able to do that with my dog now is like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool. So yeah, so animals, living or past, can help us, definitely help us and guide us through our journey. Now there are other spirits that can try to mimic guiding us, and we just need to be discerning because there are going to be low vibrating spirit that may want to come into our awareness and fake being our guides. Okay, so how do we discern this? Easy. True spirit guides, including spirit with a capital S, angels, archangels, our spirit guides, our ancestors, and our animal spirit guides will never talk down to us, will never be tired of us, will never ask us to do something that goes against our will. They will never be frustrated with us. So if you hear a guide, come on, you've done this 1,000 times. Get over it. Get over yourself. You gotta go. That's not your guide. They will never talk to us like that. They are spirit. They don't have ego. They don't have anywhere to go. They don't get frustrated. They have eternity to wait for us. They understand the process that we're going through. So they will never behave in those ways because they don't have ego. They're spirit. Okay. Now, low vibrating energies will whisper in our ear. Remember what she did to you? you should go get her. Our true guides will never talk to us in that way. Okay. So any kind of negativity, any kind of anything that causes confusion, anything that makes us feel uncomfortable, that's not our guide. And we need to send them away. Now, if for any reason you are mistaken and you send away a true guide, they will not be angry at you because they want you to be discerning. They want you to be cautious, and they will understand. They will understand. Okay. So don't be afraid to send away a guide that you're feeling uncomfortable and say, oh, but what if I'm making a mistake? It doesn't matter. They don't care. They don't care. They're happy that you're being cautious. Okay. There's also elementals. And I am cautious where to put them. And elementals are fairies, gones, any kind of nature spirits, dragons, mermaids, things like that are what we put under the umbrella of elementals. Elementals can be positive and negative, okay? And I know some about elementals, and I've worked with dragons, for example. I have never worked with fairies. I have never worked with gnomes. So I am not as familiar with elementals as with other entities. But I do know that there's some good and there's some bad. So you need to use your discernment to work with them and to see their intentions. Again, any spirit that comes from the light, including elementals, are gonna be more than patient, more than loving with you, and any kind of negativity and discomfort, they need to go. All right. Same with ETs, extraterrestrials. There are many species of them, some good, some not so good. There's, for example, a species of ETs that are scientists. And sometimes, as part of their experiments, they mess with people. So we tell them, no, don't do that. And they will go away. They don't want to hurt us. Okay. So again, if you encounter ETs, you need to use your discernment, and how does that make you feel, and whatever amount of discomfort, you send them on their merry way. Now, there's also what we call ghosts, right? Are earthbounds, and those are spirits that were people that have passed on, that are deceased, but have stayed in what we call the in-between. So they have not crossed on to the light. And those are the spirits that sometimes we can see and experience. Now, as a medium, I talk to all kinds of spirits that have crossed over to the light. And what happens is we match our vibration in the middle. That's why I try to keep my vibration as high as possible, and then they lower their vibration, because I cannot go as high as they are, and they cannot come as low as I am. So we meet halfway in the middle. Okay. So I can see them and hear them and experience them. Now, those earthbounds, those spirits that are in the in-between, they cannot go as high because they have not crossed over through the light, right? And they're not living, so they cannot be in our world, but they're very close. That's why they can impact our world in the way that they do. Okay, so those are earthbounds, and some are good, some are not good. Some are people that are just confused and they don't know that they're dead, or they have some attachment to a place, to a situation, to a person, And as a medium, whenever I encounter spirits like that, I try to give them the option to cross over to the light. Okay. So those are the spirits, including spirits guides that we encounter. Let me know if this has been helpful, and if you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. I'll be happy to answer any questions that you all may have in the group, in the comments. I will post this video as soon as I'm done recording it, as soon as I'm done with the live, and as soon as it's available. It should usually in about less than 5 minutes is available. I'll post it in the group, and I also post it in my YouTube channel and on TikTok if it's under 30 minutes. So you can find all the stuff that I post in the group. You can also find it in the YouTube channel and on TikTok. Okay, so I hope to see you again very soon, next in a week, next Wednesday at 6 o'clock. And let me know if you have a specific question or a specific topic that you want me to record on a live. Okay, and with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the afternoon.